The highway outside Austin, Texas, stretched long and straight under a blazing afternoon sun. Cars zipped by, their drivers preoccupied with getting to their destinations, too focused to notice the sleek black Tesla Model S parked on the shoulder with its hazard lights blinking. Elon Musk stood next to the car, his hands on his hips, as he stared at a flat rear tire. He had been driving to a meeting with potential investors, a critical step in launching Tesla's next project. But now, with a punctured tire and no immediate help in sight, he was at a standstill. Pulling out his phone, Elon attempted to call for roadside assistance, only to find that the signal was weak. Frustration flickered across his face as he muttered under his breath, "Of all the times." As he weighed his options, a beat-up red pickup truck pulled over ahead of him. The vehicle reversed cautiously, coming to a stop a few feet away. Out stepped a young black woman, her braided hair tied back with a bandana. She was dressed in a loose-fitting grey t-shirt and faded jeans that had clearly seen their fair share of grease stains. Her name was Carla Daniels, and she exuded a no-nonsense confidence as she approached. "You need help?" Carla asked, shading her eyes from the sun with her hand. Elon looked at her, surprised. "I wouldn't want to trouble you. I was just trying to figure out the best way to deal with this." Carla chuckled, her tone warm but teasing. "Best way? You've got a flat tire, and you're just standing there. I think I can help." Elon hesitated, then smiled. "If you're offering, I'll gladly accept. I'm Elon, by the way." "Carla," she said, extending her hand briefly before turning to survey the car. "Nice ride. Let's see what we're dealing with." Carla quickly got to work. She located the jack and spare tire in the Tesla's compartment, her movements efficient and assured. As she loosened the lug nuts and raised the car, Elon watched her with genuine curiosity. "You're pretty good at this," he remarked, his tone admiring. Carla smirked. "Comes with the territory. My dad ran a garage for years. I grew up working on cars with him." "Ah, that explains it," Elon said, leaning against the car. "You've got the precision of someone who knows their way around tools." Carla laughed. "Thanks. It's been a while since I've done this, though. These days, I mostly work odd jobs to make ends meet." Elon tilted his head, intrigued. "So, you didn't stick with cars?" Carla shook her head as she tightened the lug nuts on the spare. "I always wanted to study engineering, build things, design things, but college wasn't in the cards. Tuition's expensive, and life has a way of getting in the way." Elon's expression shifted, a mix of curiosity and contemplation. "Engineering, huh? That's ambitious. What kind of engineering?" "Mechanical," Carla replied. "I've always loved figuring out how things work. My dad used to say I had a knack for it." "You ever think about trying again?" Elon asked. Carla shrugged, her hands steady as she finished securing the tire. "Sure, but dreams don't pay the bills. Right now, I've got to focus on what keeps a roof over my head." With the tire replaced, Carla stood and wiped her hands on a rag from her truck. "There you go," she said, stepping back. "Good as new. Well, as close as you're gonna get with a spare." Elon smiled, genuinely impressed. "Thank you, Carla. You didn't have to stop and help, but you did. I owe you one." Carla waved him off. "Nah, you don't owe me anything, just paying it forward." "Well, I'm not letting you walk away empty-handed," Elon said firmly. He pulled out his wallet and offered her a stack of bills. "Take this, as a thank you." Carla's smile faded, and she shook her head. "I can't take your money. I didn't stop to get paid. I stopped because it was the right thing to do." Elon paused, his respect for Carla growing. "Then how about I repay you in a different way?" Carla raised an eyebrow. "What do you mean?" "I mean, I'd like to help you pursue that dream of yours," Elon said. "If you're serious about engineering, I'll cover your tuition, wherever you want to go." Carla blinked, stunned. "You're joking, right?" "I'm completely serious," Elon said, his expression earnest. "You have talent, Carla. It would be a waste not to use it." Carla looked at him, trying to process what he was saying. "Why would you do that? You don't even know me." Elon smiled. "Because you stopped to help someone when you didn't have to. That tells me everything I need to know about your character." Carla hesitated, the weight of his offer sinking in. "I don't know what to say," she admitted. "Say yes," Elon replied, "but there's one condition." Carla's brow furrowed. "What condition?" "If I'm going to invest in you, I need to know you're going to give it everything you've got," Elon said. "Finish top of your class, and when you graduate, there's a place for you at Tesla." Carla's heart raced. "You mean a job?" "An internship at first," Elon clarified. "But if you prove yourself, a full-time role. Deal?" Carla stared at him, her mind reeling. Finally, she extended her hand. "Deal!" Elon shook her hand, a smile spreading across his face. "Great, let's make it happen." As Carla drove away that day, her mind buzzed with excitement and disbelief. She had stopped to help a stranger on the side of the road, and in return, her life had taken a completely unexpected turn. For Elon, the encounter left him inspired. It wasn't every day that he met someone with Carla's mix of talent, humility, and determination. He couldn't wait to see what she would accomplish and how her journey might remind everyone at Tesla of the power of second chances. But little did they know, this was just the beginning of a story that would change both their lives in ways neither could have imagined. The following weeks passed in a whirlwind for Carla Daniels. After her encounter with Elon Musk, she found herself at the center of a life-changing opportunity that felt both exhilarating and daunting. True to his word, Elon had arranged everything. He personally contacted the admissions office at a prestigious university known for its engineering program and covered Carla's full tuition and living expenses. Carla's acceptance letter arrived within days, complete with a welcome packet and a schedule for orientation. It was surreal. Just weeks ago, she had been doing odd jobs to scrape by, and now she was about to walk onto a university campus as a student, with the full weight of Elon Musk's belief in her driving her forward. On her first day at the university, Carla felt a mix of excitement and nerves. The sprawling campus buzzed with energy as students hurried to classes, carrying books, laptops, and coffee cups. Carla, dressed in a simple but neat outfit, dark jeans, a navy sweater and sneakers, clutched her new backpack as she made her way to her first lecture. The classroom was packed with eager students, many of whom looked fresh out of high school. Carla, at 27, felt a bit out of place at first, but she quickly reminded herself that she belonged here. She had earned this chance. As the professor began discussing the basics of thermodynamics, Carla's mind snapped into focus. She had grown up surrounded by the hum of engines and the smell of motor oil in her father's garage. Concepts that might have been abstract for others felt intuitive to her. By the end of the lecture, she was already ahead on her notes and jotting down additional questions to explore later. Carla's days quickly settled into a demanding routine. Her mornings were filled with lectures and lab work, afternoons spent in study groups or poring over textbooks in the library. In the evenings, she often stayed up late working through problem sets, her determination fueling her through the exhaustion. Though she faced challenges adapting to the rigorous pace of university life, catching up on subjects she hadn't studied in years, Carla's confidence grew with each passing week. She wasn't just surviving, she was thriving. Her classmates began to take notice. "How do you always know the answer?" asked Emily, a fellow student, during a particularly challenging lab session. Carla smiled modestly. "I've had some practice with real-world problems," she said. "Real-world problems?" Emily asked curiously. Carla hesitated, then decided to share a little of her story. "I used to help my dad fix cars. That's where I learned a lot of this stuff. Now I'm here, trying to take it to the next level." Emily nodded, impressed. "Well, whatever you're doing, it's working." Every month, Carla sent Elon Musk an email updating him on her progress. She kept her messages concise but heartfelt, detailing the courses she was taking, the projects she was working on, and the milestones she was achieving. To her surprise, Elon always replied within a day or two, "Carla, I'm proud of what you're accomplishing. Keep pushing yourself, and remember, this is just the beginning." Elon. His words were a constant source of motivation. Carla knew she wasn't just studying for herself, she was proving to Elon and to everyone else who had doubted her that she could rise to the challenge. Midway through her second semester, Carla found herself facing one of the toughest assignments yet: designing a mechanical system that could efficiently convert energy from renewable sources. The project was a major component of her grade, and the professor had emphasized that it would require creativity, precision, and a deep understanding of engineering principles. Carla dove into the project with her characteristic determination. She spent hours in the lab, sketching designs, running simulations, and troubleshooting issues. There were moments of frustration, models that didn't work, equations that didn't balance, but she refused to give up. Finally, after weeks of work, Carla presented her design to the class. Her system, which integrated solar panels and a compact energy storage unit, was both innovative and practical. When the professor announced that Carla had received the highest grade in the class, she felt a swell of pride, unlike anything she had experienced before. The day after her project presentation, Carla received an unexpected email from Elon. "Carla, your professor just sent me a glowing review of your work. Let's meet soon. I have a few ideas I'd like to discuss." Elon. Carla's heart raced as she read the message. She hadn't expected Elon to be so closely involved in her progress, let alone to receive direct feedback from her professors. A week later, Carla found herself walking into Tesla's headquarters in Palo Alto. The sleek, modern building radiated innovation, and Carla felt a mix of awe and anticipation as she approached the reception desk. "Carla Daniels," she said, trying to keep her voice steady. "I have a meeting with Mr. Musk." The receptionist smiled warmly. "He's expecting you. Please follow me." Carla was led to a conference room with floor-to-ceiling windows that offered a stunning view of the Tesla campus. Moments later, Elon Musk entered, dressed in his usual casual style, black jeans and a charcoal jacket. "Carla," he said, smiling as he extended a hand, "it's great to see you again. How's the tire holding up?" Carla laughed, shaking his hand. "Still going strong, I hope. Thanks for having me here." Elon gestured for her to sit. "I've been hearing great things about your work," he said, sitting across from her. "Your professors are impressed, and so am I." "Thank you," Carla said, her cheeks flushing. "It's been a lot of work, but I'm loving it." "That's what I like to hear," Elon said. "So let's talk about what's next." Carla leaned forward, her curiosity piqued. "Next?" Elon smiled. "Your internship at Tesla. I want you to start this summer." Carla's jaw dropped. "You mean I'm in?" "You're more than in," Elon said. "We'll start you in the design and development department, where you can put those skills of yours to use. If all goes well, you'll transition to a full-time role after you graduate." Carla's heart raced. This was the opportunity of a lifetime, the chance to work at Tesla, to contribute to cutting-edge projects, and to build a career she had only dreamed of. "I don't know what to say," Carla said, her voice trembling with emotion. "Say yes," Elon replied with a grin. Carla laughed, nodding. "Yes, absolutely." That summer, Carla began her internship at Tesla. From day one, she immersed herself in the company's innovative culture, collaborating with engineers on projects that pushed the boundaries of what was possible. Her supervisors were impressed by her ability to tackle complex problems and her willingness to learn. By the end of the internship, Carla had not only proven herself, but had also earned the respect of her colleagues. As she prepared to return to school for her final year, Elon called her into his office. "You've exceeded my expectations, Carla," he said, smiling. "Finish top of your class, and I'll see you back here as a full-time engineer." Carla's eyes shone with determination. "You can count on it." When Carla graduated a year later, she stood on stage as valedictorian, her diploma in hand and her future wide open. True to his word, Elon welcomed her back to Tesla, where she embarked on a career that would not only change her life, but also inspire countless others. What had started as a simple act of kindness, changing a tire on the side of the road, had turned into an extraordinary journey. For Carla, it was a reminder that sometimes the smallest actions can lead to the most incredible opportunities.